Hey, what's up guys? My name is Max, and today on the Halo Chronicles, I'm going to be reviewing one of my doubles gameplays on the new August season. This is going to be a game of Gold 4 level. I'm now Platinum 1, and I'm going to be looking at some of the decisions I made and mistakes I made. I do not know the person I was playing with, although I was still calling out and we were still talking throughout the game. So right off the start here, I pick up the light rifle and the needler. I choose this combo as I can also pick up the plasma grenades I know spawn there. However, one thing I didn't pay attention to was camo. At this point I wasn't sure camo spawned there, and although that was good help getting that first kill, I have let control of camo and the railgun go to the other red team player, and that gives them a huge advantage. And while the light rifle and needler are really powerful weapons, it doesn't compare to the power of the railgun on this map. I do feel I spend a bit too much time checking out this area when my teammate was flanking and engaging in the two sitting in that room. I don't think he called it out, but by the time I was in there ready to help him, I feel like it was too late. But here I show off exactly why I picked up the needler earlier on. Such a powerful weapon at these distances, but by backing out of the room I gave up control, and although I do see the camo guy here, I should have probably backed up there. Instead I thrusted forwards, which allowed him to see me, and it gave up my chance to run away from that engagement, and that's the reason why I died. That also meant that my teammate had the challenge in alone, and they ended up gaining the lead from that. I was unable to clean up that kill, and I should probably back down as I know they still have camo, and their railgun is also pushing me. In this engagement, and quite a few actually, I'm a bit too aggressive and often get hit by nades, but this was a good prediction. I knew one would be flanking, and I was lucky my teammate was able to also help take out the guy with the railgun. So I'm now aware we have railgun control, the camo is now off the map, and we can start pushing it here. And this once again shows my over-aggressiveness, as I'm repeatedly getting nades thrown at me. I only recently started playing Halo 5, and I'm still used to the Halo 4 way of it showing you when grenades are near you, so I just didn't notice that plasma grenade was thrown at me, and we completely lost control of the situation due to it. So here, this time I made it a more conscious effort to watch the railgun, but I see one is above me. I play a few very sloppy shots, but I'm quite happy with how I dealt with this engagement, and forcing him to back down. However, that did allow the railgun player to come up and see me. And this is how you should use your thruster against a railgun player, as I constantly poke, hide behind cover, jump, thrust, and it forces him to miss 2 shots with the railgun, and then leaves him completely defenseless. Now here, I should have probably helped my teammate earlier, and it was very avoidable that we both died. We could have easily cleaned up that kill together, and that would have stopped that. So here I am engaging in one player who has 2 splinter nades down on me, and I had to back down as I feel like he was going to flank. He ended up not flanking and staying in there, and that left my teammate a bit more isolated. However, luckily they had fully backed down, so it wasn't as big of an issue. I'm still not watching the camo as I should be, and I think it was either towards the end of this game I began learning where it was, or in the next game I played on this map. So here, I try to watch out for my teammate, and he did a very good job taking him down. I naded that guy back, and in the end he just retreated all the way back. And I was quite aggressive. I don't think I should have chased this as much, as it did leave my teammate. Now I was quite lucky to get that guy very weak, and that was a very poor pulse nade by myself, ending up hitting my own body with the pulse nade. Now I know they've got camo because my teammate got assassinated, and I called out that he has camo, as my teammate wouldn't have been assassinated if he hadn't seen him, and I call out that they're both currently running through top middle. This time I try to make it more of a conscious effort to go for the railgun after getting the score of my teammate. It was good call out play to make sure we both knew that he was there, and I was quite unsure as to why they didn't go for the railgun this time, but seeing as we got one of their players down, I felt much more confident to go for it. And whilst my teammate was taking out one of their opponents, I was able to get up with them. He now has camo, and we have the railgun. Here I probably shouldn't have fired a railgun shot. I was very lucky to get away with the engagement, as I should have switched my pistol and simply helped my teammate who had his needler out. And that meant that I've wasted one of the railgun shots, which was quite annoying for me. And there I let my teammate get double teamed. I should have been watching better. Now this was good play to be able to just get one of them down and see how it goes. I did manage to get the double kill, which was quite lucky from that engagement, keeping us just about in the lead, using both splinter grenades. I probably should have kept on my pistol, and that maybe would have kept me alive longer, but I just wasn't confident in my shots. Now here I wasn't taking any chances with him being AFK. I was quite lucky to not get hit by my teammate's splinter. Now here I was just making sure I had as much on me as possible, and I chose to pick up the needler again due to how powerful it was earlier, but making sure I kept that long range precision light rifle. Now I know the next thing up will be camo, however I was not timing it at all in this game. I have been more recently, but within this game I definitely noticed that not timing the power-ups was a huge factor, and I really shouldn't have swallowed those grenades. It's something I definitely need to improve on, is dodging away from frags, as they come at you so often, and I find I'm not hitting players as much as they're much more attuned to dodging them, and I'm eating them up a lot more because of how predictable I can be at times. And this red player, I have no idea where he came from, so I had to just call out to my teammate to finish him off.
Railgun is up.
And as far as timing the power-ups go, I should know that the active camo is up every 2 minutes, but I simply had no idea it was there. Up on that little ledge you saw back there, where I'm running to, the camo is on the right. Just there. In fact, camo was up, but I completely missed it. As I go to climb this ledge and come around the corner, camo is sitting there at 545, and I completely ignore it. Luckily I've been able to improve that, and I was very unfortunate that I didn't get the kill there, but that opponent showing exactly how to use your thruster when dealing with the railgun, being able to just poke out and use the cover to dodge the shots. I probably should have baited the shot more and let him go around the corner, as he was obviously going to back down. It was a bit of a wasted nade, but I was sort of going on the fact that he might go where my teammate was. And now I'm just going to have to watch until my teammate is alive. We have much better control of this game now, being 17 to 15 up, with 3 railgun shots, and camo is up now still. I think the enemy team may have picked it up at this point, as I don't know if my teammate was aware of camo either, and that was a big negative I took away from this game, was my ability to control it. And towards the end, I definitely feel like I was picking up the railgun a lot more. So as I go around here, I hear the charged railgun, and then I see the guy with camo. I heard that charge much earlier than I saw the camo, so I used my thruster instinctively to make sure he missed it, which would reveal where he was. He probably should have come up and just backsmacked me, but I was very grateful that he didn't. Now I call out to my teammate, there's one right below us on the railgun spawn, as I like to try and keep my call-outs fairly vague as I can, as I know a lot of players, some don't know them as well as others, and if I'm not going to get the kill with the railgun, I'm trying to at least be able to use the splash damage. Now I threw some sloppy shots there, lucky I could still get the kill, but once again still swallowing frag grenades continuously, and the way I'll probably fix that is by using my thruster more adeptly to deal with frag grenades, as I'm still way too used to how Halo 4 did it. Now right there at 351 was one of my worst plays of the game. I end up not firing my railgun as I start sprinting or throwing a grenade too early, and I sprinted into the engagement instead of walking into the room anticipating it. He had his gun up and ready, whilst my gun was down as I was still in the sprint animation, and that meant he had a couple of seconds to put a few shots in before I even had my railgun out. Now I'm pushing in here because my teammate is weak. And I realise he has been taken down by the railgun, so I make sure I push this guy as I know he is weak. And he ends up killing himself with the splash damage of it. And I was lucky to get away with this engagement, trying to pick up the railgun, but realising it was out of ammo, I let my teammate know there's no railgun left. And as we come down to the last 3 minutes, having a 3-kill boost at this point is very useful, as we have complete control of the situation. But then I end up finding the railgun, and in this engagement I have no idea how I survive it. I usually wouldn't sprint away, but I realised if I didn't I would have died. Now I get flanked really hard here. There's one coming up on my radar behind me. I do see him, and I do very well, I feel, here to just put shots in. And then when I realise this guy's pushing me, I probably should have backed down and let my teammate take over the engagement. But I felt confident enough that I would reduce his shields enough for my teammate to just get the kill. And this keeps our 3-kill advantage up, as my teammate was the only one to survive that engagement, which I felt was a huge boost as it gets us just that little bit closer to 25 points. So I get the back smack on him. He was just completely unaware of where I was. I was quite over at the position, and I was quite happy to just bait the railgun, hoping that the last kill could maybe come from it. When I see my teammate has died up there, I opt to push in, and then when I see this guy's backing down, I opt to just go behind, wait for this new railgun to come up, as I have complete control of it, even with my teammate out of the picture. And then I use it in probably its best situation by just charging it while behind cover, and then poking out to fire the shot. And that wins us the game at 25-21. So overall I'd say an okay game from myself. I miss quite a lot of shots. I throw a fair few easy kills away by not being able to finish them. Miss quite a few railgun shots. So I'd say to improve, I probably need to look at making sure that when I'm firing my railgun, I charge it when behind cover and then push out when I'm not. And being able to dodge grenades much easier, as there were a lot of times where I could have remained full shield going into an engagement, but I was weak as they were able to pre-nade me way too easily, and that's down to me being too predictable. And I was occasionally avoiding shots much better than I usually would in older Halo games. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you're around the same sort of skill level, I hope you saw something in the gameplay that maybe helped take you up to platinum. I've already applied some of the things I've learned in this, such as weapon timings and the general movement with the railgun and snipers on other doubles maps, and that's already boosted me to platinum. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.